What's up, everybody? Welcome into Hockey Sense, brought to you by First Community. Great to have you with us as always. Training camp starts this week. We're doing this interview on the show on Wednesday, plus the interview with Adam Jiříček. Looking forward to that conversation coming up later in the show. I mean, this kid just really turned some heads in the rookie tournament this past week against Minnesota. I mean, showing great leadership, his size. I mean, he just looks like he's ready to go. He's 19 years old. I know some people are saying, hey, could he make the team this year? Maybe in years past, you would accelerate things and put him on the roster, but that's not in the cards right now. And he is American League eligible. I think Doug Armstrong pointed that out today, and it's something we were going to talk about. I think the plan of action is going to be to send him back to Brampton to play in the OHL. Listen, this guy's dealt with a lot of injuries. He hasn't played a ton. They need him to play. And to throw him into the fire in the American League, I don't know if that's the best thing for his development. But, hey, that can change very, very quickly. As we move along here in training camp. I mean, if this guy goes into the preseason games and all of a sudden just continues to essentially accelerate the process, then, that decision maybe gets adjusted, and maybe there's more conversations to be had among Doug Armstrong and his staff in terms of what to do with Jiříček for this season. But I think as it sits right now, the plan is to send him back to junior. I don't think the team has ever wavered off of that plan. But, you look at, his age. I think he just turned 19, by the way, in June. I mean, this guy is a young player. But he's got so much ability, and we're starting to see it. I know some were maybe questioning it a little bit. Yeah, June 28th. I mean, he's almost a July birthday, and he just turned 19. So they do have time with him. Get him back to the OHL. Let him dominate there. And he'd obviously would finish the season in the American League, and who knows, man? You just can't predict the future when he could arrive here in St. Louis. Can you see a right side in the future 2 years from now with Colton Parayko, Adam Jiříček, and Logan Mailloux? I mean, that's the right side of your defense coming up in just a handful of seasons. Before not too long. Mailloux's going to be here this year. And, I don't like to go too crazy, and I'm not going to BS everybody. But when I tell you teammates, veteran guys are raving about this guy, I am being 1,000% serious. I had a veteran player tell me this morning that he looks absolutely amazing. I mean, he's physical too. You can talk about his passing ability and his shooting ability and the hands that he has, and all of that's going to be on display here in the preseason. But this guy brings some physicality also for a big right shot defenseman. Scouts raving about him up in Minnesota. I mean, just really, I think he was their best player. Justin Carbonneau, I mean, he didn't disappoint either. This guy was fantastic. Stenberg was much better in the second game. Pekarsik, who was drafted a few years back in the third round, I believe. Stancil was taken around later in the fourth round. Both those guys obviously impressing. Pekarsik's dealing with a little bit of an injury. May not be available, Doug Armstrong said today, when camp gets started on Thursday. But again, both these guys are just absolute horses with skill, with scoring ability, and size. And they're all going to play. Stenberg played much better in the Chicago game than he did in the first game up in Minnesota. The one guy who maybe, I don't want to say struggled, but if you wanted to say, hey, you would have liked to maybe see a little bit more, and who's going to take some time, I think, is Lindstein, the defenseman. Obviously, another former first-round pick out of Sweden. Tons of potential, tons of upside. But again, it didn't necessarily put his best foot forward, but he still has time to certainly, correct that. And I don't think anyone's going to hold these last two games and hold his feet to the fire and say, this is who he is. And he wasn't bad by any means. I want to point that out. It just wasn't maybe what you expected or what you had hoped for a guy like Lindstein. But he's going to be a good player, and we've seen that from him in the past. So, listen, so much to be excited about. But Logan Mailloux, instantly. I mean, you want to talk about the Stricky rankings for the most exciting players to watch in training camp, I mean, it starts with him. Now, Jirasek's not too far down below, but I don't think anyone's projecting Jirasek to make the NHL roster this season. But Carbonneau, how's he going to play with the big boys? Who is absolutely fearless. His compete level is off the charts. He's got skill. He's a big, stocky, thick kid, strong. What are we going to be saying about Justin Carbonneau at this time a year from now, heading into next year's camp? I mean, if he continues on his trajectory that he's showing so far, and, you know, he spent some time playing with Dvorsky up there in Minnesota. Kazimaki spent some time playing with Dvorsky up in Minnesota. Kazimaki's another guy who's going to play some games. How soon remains to be seen, but this guy is expected to graduate to become a full-time NHLer at some point in time here, but it may not come to this year. This kind of gives you an idea of where the Blues are at right now, because a few years back, I mean, they were just accelerating. They're throwing guys into the league who maybe weren't, I shouldn't say who weren't ready, but, you know, who were getting opportunities based on where the organization was at, who the personnel was that was here. And, you know, they had an opportunity to get into the lineup and play a little bit sooner than maybe, you know, these guys will who are in camp this year. But the American League team's going to be young, man. They're going to be really young, but obviously a lot of future prospects or future players who are going to play in the league. And, you know, good on Tony Feltrin and the staff, man, who continue to pump out these players in the draft. And Dvorsky's been the only guy they've had who really has been a top 10 pick, right? But Jirasek was taken 16th overall in 2024. His injuries kind of got him off path. Well, we just haven't seen him play a whole lot, especially in, you know, dev camps and NHL training camps, just because of some of the injuries he's dealt with. So he's expected to join us on this edition of Hockey Sense, brought to you by First Community. And I can't wait for that conversation. I was at the rink this morning. I got there at 6:30 this morning. We did 15 back-to-back sit-downs, and had a chance to talk to a number of guys. And listen, it's always great to see everybody. I think everyone's in a great mindset. You know, guys like Binnington are going to be locked in. Guys like Robert Thomas are going to be locked in. Parayko, obviously. He's always locked in. I mean, all these guys are always locked in, but they've got the Olympics obviously on their mind as well. This is a huge opportunity for those guys. You know, I wish Holloway would have found a way to avoid injury last year, and who knows, with the great playoff, maybe he would have found his way to that orientation camp. You just never know. He's not too far off. Philip Broberg, by the way, Team Sweden, I don't think I got a lot of attention, but they had some Olympic orientation meetings. And he was invited there. So we'll see how that plays out for Broberg. If he's able to find his way onto Team Sweden's roster for the Olympics, it's not going to be easy. Sweden obviously always loaded. I don't know how to look at Team Canada and USA. Everyone expects those two teams to be the top two teams in the Olympic tournament, and for good reason. They should be. They've got the most talented players and the biggest stars. Without Russia being there, I mean, it's a two-headed monster with USA and Canada. But my prediction, somebody's going to falter. Somebody's not going to reach expectations. Somebody's not going to go as far as you think that they should or they will. So who's that going to be? Is it going to be Team USA? Is it going to be Canada? Is it going to be neither of those guys? I don't know. But this is not the Four Nations, you know, where it's just quick. You play a couple of games and all of a sudden, boom, you're in the championship. And you hadn't had these games in so long, and the adrenaline's through the roof, and you're playing all these games over here in North America, NHL rinks. I mean, it's just going to be a little bit of a different environment. And I think the chances of a team having a slip up or not performing up to expectation, maybe that increases a little bit. I'm not going to guarantee or predict that that's going to happen, but it certainly wouldn't surprise me. So am I predicting a Canada-USA gold medal game? At this time, I'm just going to say no, because rarely does it, you know, kind of line up and align themselves the way that everyone hopes it will. But let's hope it's just not Team USA that struggles. Let's hope it's another country, and USA is able to capture gold coming up in Italy. It's going to be a great tournament. But this is going to be an exciting training camp as well, though, just because I think there is some competition. Milan Lucic is a guy who we haven't even talked about yet. We had him on the Cabin Strip podcast a few weeks ago. Great conversation. What's interesting is that he had other teams that were interested in him. I talked about that with us and how aggressive the Blues were in recruiting him. Teammates calling, Jim Montgomery calling, Doug Armstrong calling. He's got a long history with Claude Julien and a long history with a lot of other guys. I know we talk about Monty because Monty coached there in Boston, but again, a situation where Lucic got hurt. He only played 4 games that season, and then he had his off-ice troubles, and obviously didn't return to the lineup. So he doesn't have a ton of history with Jim Montgomery. He's played in some. It doesn't mean they don't know each other, by the way. I mean, they obviously do. And there is that connection. There's the connection with Doug Armstrong from Hockey Canada. So there's some history. And I'll tell you what, Torrey Krug, who took his physical this morning, obviously is unable to play this year, and he won't play. He's got a long history with Milan Lucic too, and they've been talking and hanging out. Robert Bortuzzo, former Blues defenseman, part of the 2019 team that won the Cup, he's back here living in St. Louis. I know Justin Falk was going to hook up with he and Krug today, Bortuzzo and Krug. So it's good to have these guys around. I think that's one thing you're going to find with Alexander Steen taking over is how many of these guys find their way back to St. Louis and end up being a part of the organization. Bortuzzo being one, Paul Stastny being another. And we'll see who else finds their way back. You already have some other guys, the Chris Thorbans of the world who have been a part of the organization the last couple of years. Brian Elliott obviously has been a part of the organization. I ran into Brian Elliott a few weeks ago, by the way. My son played against his team. His son is playing with the Madison Capitals. So we played against them, and it was great to catch up with Brian, man. He was such a great Blue, had such a great career. But again, he's back working with the organization. And a name from the past, Matt D'Agostini, man. We don't talk about this enough. I love Dags. Even back here when he was playing with the Blues years ago, has been helping out on the development side the last couple of seasons. And we saw him during the recent development camp and then the rookie showcase when they went up to Minnesota. He was on the ice during the practices. So listen, man, it's a family affair. And that's the way it should be. I mean, I'd like to see more and more alumni and people who played here be a part of the organization. Great news this past week at the Blues Kids Care. I'm sorry, I'm butchering the name, but they, honoring Kelly Chase. I thought that was cool. But again, this team is in a great mindset heading into the year. They're very confident, and still relatively young too. You've got Shannon, some veteran guys, Falk, but when you look at Parayko, it's hard to believe. I couldn't believe when this guy told me he's in his 11th season. I mean, you got to be kidding me. That Colton Parayko in his 11th NHL season already. Cam Fowler in his 16th season. Falk's got a ton of experience, but then you mix in some youth. Tucker obviously not a ton of NHL experience. Mayu, very, very raw. Broberg still very raw. Even though we saw what he's capable of doing and how good he is. His brother, by the way, was in development camp earlier in the summer. And not nearly as big as Philip. Philip's good 6'2", 6'3". And his brother's 5'11". I said, how big are your parents? He said his dad's 5'10". I said, where'd your size come from? He doesn't know. It's just amazing how some of that happens, man. Size is something you can be blessed with. It's something you can be cursed with too, I guess. Although we see plenty of players undersized just find a way to make it maybe a little bit more difficult as a defenseman. But anyway, can't wait for camp to get going. And then obviously the preseason. And before you know it, October 9th is going to be here. And the Minnesota Wild will be in town taking on the St. Louis Blues before the Blues hit the road for a couple of games. But they're home a lot in the month of October. So we hope to see everybody out there and can't wait to get going. We'll step aside because Adam Jiříček's going to join us. I want to keep pumping his tires, man. He deserved it. He's earned it. He's had some injuries that he's been able to overcome. His brother was a first-round pick. And, listen, maybe things haven't gone as well for his brother in terms of his trajectory and his progress and development, but this kid looks a little bit different, there's no doubt. First Community, the Little Blues program, man. Get that Little Blues. Get your son or daughter signed up for Little Blues and do it today. I mean, is there a better program to introduce the game of ice hockey to your son or daughter with the Little Blues program? I don't think so. I mean, it comes with all your equipment, which is the most important thing. You don't have to go out and buy skates and shin pads and elbow pads and shoulder pads, pants, all that type of stuff. It all comes with it. Your stick comes with it. You get great instruction. It's fun. It's a very reasonable cost. But before you decide if you want to invest thousands of dollars into the game of ice hockey, find out if they like it first. Not everybody's going to like it, but chances are your son or daughter is going to like it, okay? They're going to like the game of hockey. And very few don't. Becomes an obsession for a lot of kids. And Little Blues is a great way to get going. So check out firstcommunity.com and let them, kind of help you understand what the program's all about and get your son or daughter signed up, because there's great ways to do that. Dirt Cheap Fun, your one-stop party shop, baby. I mean, we love our friends over at Dirt Cheap. So many of the locations have drive-thrus. You don't even have to get out of your car. I mean, to do your shopping. You can do all your shopping from, the app. If you want to do it like that, you can do it from the app. But there's just a lot of stuff going on right now with Dirt Cheap Fun, your one-stop party shop. Customer Appreciation Days. Hey, every Wednesday in October, loyalty members earn 2 times the points on their purchases every Wednesday. You got to download the app for all of this. And these are important. They offer delivery. I mean, who knew that? Available in the Dirt Cheap app or on their website if you're within 10 miles of the store. And chances are you are with all the locations for Dirt Cheap. Blue Season. Use the code BLUES for free delivery on your first order. So if you're going to make an order from Dirt Cheap, use that promo code BLUES. Promo code BLUES. And you'll get free delivery. How nice is that? I'll tell you, it's very, very nice. Dirt Cheap Fun. Cheap Fun, your one-stop party shop, baby. Cross Country Mortgage. Are you kidding me? You look at these rates, they've hit the lowest they've been in the last 12 months. And they're now offering 15-year fixed rates in the 5s, baby. I mean, that is no joke. In the 5s, 30-year loans in the low to mid 60s. Mark Cooper, how do you do it? How is he doing this over there at Cross Country Mortgage? 1 in every 35 mortgages across the country are closed with Cross Country Mortgages. First responders have their loans, their mortgages covered up to $525,000 for those first responders who are injured in the line of duty or killed in the line of duty. You can put your pillow on your head on the pillow at night and just rest comfortably knowing that your family's going to be taken care of in the event that you are injured. But we're talking 15-year loans in the 5s, 30-year loans in the low to mid 60s. And right now, you mentioned Andy Strickland. They're waiving all lender and appraiser fees. A $2,000 savings on refinance loans. So you talk about great deals. That's one right there. Blue Note Roofing. I saw my boy David Novak yesterday. 314-920-5713. Call him today. Get that free estimate from Blue Note Roofing. Gutters, soffit fascia, siding, roofing, whatever it is you're looking for. David Novak. He'll take care of you. You see this sign. Look for the big yellow truck with the blue nut on the side. You can't miss it. All right. Hockey Sense brought to you by First Community. We're rolling on. Training camp starts this week. Preseason games begin this weekend. It is here. Hockey season's here. Adam Jiříček joins me next here on Hockey Sense, brought to you by First Community. I'm Andy Strickland. Thanks for hanging out on our weekly tradition live from the Half Coast Studios. All right, back here on Hockey Sense, brought to you by First Community. Training camp gets going tomorrow, so let's catch up with Adam Jiříček. Welcome to the show, Adam. Thanks for doing this.
Hi, thank you for inviting me to the show, and hi to everybody.
Hey, your English is so good, by the way. Blues fans will love hearing that. So You've been working on that? Like you're like speaking perfect English.
No, I'm not sure about that. Like, I spent 1 year in Canada, so I got a little bit better, but I still had a lot of to improve. But like, I'm trying to, and yeah,
I heard
it's
you
getting
talking.
better.
I heard you talking Czech though when you came on. So who's your roommate during camp?
Yeah, I'm with Jakub Štancl.
Okay.
So yeah, we're sharing a room together. The week before the camp and now the camp. So yeah, we're together a long time. So yeah,
I love it, man. I
it's
remember
fun.
being at the draft a few years ago, talking to all you guys and doing interviews after you guys were drafted. So you, Pekarsik, Stancil, did you guys all grow up playing together, or at least with the national team, or what?
No, it's me, Štancl and Jecho. We are from Czech.
Yeko. Okay. Yeah.
So we spent time in the national team camps and the stuff from the young age. And yeah, so three of us, and I met the Pekarčík Dvorský here in St. Louis.
Okay.
So we have like this group, 5 guys from Czechoslovakia. So it's great. We can speak like Czechoslovakian and locker room. So that's great. And Lukáš Fischer, he had Czech dad, so he can speak Czech too. So we have like 6 guys who can speak Czech. So that's great for us.
How nice is that? Well, you got to put the. I need a Czech flag for the studio up here, buddy. You know, my grandfather's from the Czech Republic too, man. You know, so I'm part Czech also. My grandfather, that my mom grew up, they spoke Czech in their house too. So we got a lot of Czech.
Can you say something in it or not?
No, you got to teach me, buddy. You got to teach me.
Okay.
How's Canada? You like living in Canada? Brampton is a different town. I get it. You know, Brampton, that's where you play in the OHL. That's a different, maybe like a smaller town or whatever. But what's your, talk to me. How's Canada?
Yeah, like to be honest, like I would not like live there. Like it's pretty like not. I would not you're not gonna listen fans from Brantford, but like like I like Czech better to the most I like Czech more to be honest
Yeah.
than the Brantford and Canada, but I love the culture of their hockey there and all the stuff. So the games was like incredible. Like on the junior hockey, like it was almost full of every game. So that was nice. And yeah, I love like the community things and this stuff, but like I don't like the city wasn't that nice. And yeah, so you have like nothing to do instead of hockey. So we just went to the ring, hang out with the boys, and go back to our place. So yeah.
What else are you gonna do?
It's not yeah.
You know, I mean,
So
you could go to the ring.
it's great. You can
come home, right?
Yeah.
You're there for hockey anyway, man. I said Brampton, I meant Brantford. So, but the OHL, like in comparison to like the top junior league in Czech, like it's much better hockey, right? The CHL over here. I know Stancil's playing out in Kelowna, right? You know, so like,
Yeah. Like you can't compare this stuff like with the Czech junior league. Like yeah, it's in different worlds. Like it's like like you didn't even have like fans on the games in the Czech junior league. Like you have like I don't know like 20 people and it's your parents and friends. And here you have like almost like full, like I don't know, London 9,000 people. So that's crazy. So,
where's your favorite place to play? Real quick before we move away from the junior, where's your favorite place to play? Like in the road, you like going to London, Kitchener, some of those places?
Like for sure, I love it at home. At home fans. But yeah, I like the place where it's like a lot of people. So London, Kitchener. I didn't play there this year, but maybe I will someday. And Oshawa. That was great too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oshawa, Windsor. Yeah, there's a lot of great places. I know your home rink is your favorite rink. I meant like when you're on the road, you know? So How was Minnesota last weekend? I mean, I know you played well and got a chance to kind of hang out with all the guys your age and whatnot. You guys have fun up there and kind of fun getting together and playing a couple of games before camp starts?
Yeah, it was great. Like we have the opportunity to play some games before the camp starts. So yeah, it was. I think we played pretty good. Like it was fast, you know. You won the first game, not the second one. But yeah, it was a great experience for me because I didn't play last year. I just watched the games from the stands. So yeah, it was like my debut in the St. Louis jersey. So I I was happy for that, and yeah, that was a great good start to the starter camp,
Yeah.
the main one.
How good does it feel to be healthy this year, right? You're ready to go and like you're young, man. You just turned 19 at the end of June. Like
Yeah.
you're still like a teenager, man. Like you are young, but I know not being able to participate in camp last year probably had to be hard, but how good does it feel to be healthy and really start to show everyone, what kind of player you are?
Yeah, like I feel great, you know, like I had a great summer without any injuries. Like I built up some muscle and I feel great now, you know. I just enjoying like I can play hockey again without any issues. So yeah, I'm just happy now and I can't wait to show something more for me. Yeah, you know, like I played these two games. I think it was pretty good and I want to build out on that and show what I can do on the ice.
Yeah, you're doing that, man. Are you you just mentioned you got stronger. So are you have you put on a bunch of weight? Like since last year, how much muscle have you put on?
Uh I I think the statue told me it's like after the draft, right after, you know, I was after surgery and all this stuff, so I was like pretty light. And I right now I have like 25 pounds like more than the last year. So
25
yeah,
pounds
that's a
heavier?
lot. And
25
yeah,
pounds heavier than you were last year coming into camp?
eh, eh, yeah, I think so. Last year, like before the summer, in the June, like
Got it.
after the draft, right after. So yeah, we
Okay.
go. So yeah, that's great. But like I still need to put something on. So it's gonna we're gonna focus on that through the year and to the next summer too. So I want like next maybe 10, something like that, some 10 more. So yeah,
How
that'd
much do
be
you
great.
how
But
much do you weigh
if
right
it's better now, so yeah.
how much do you weigh right now?
185, 87, something like that.
Okay.
Between that. Yeah.
So if you can get to close to
So
200, you want to get around 200, right?
yeah. Well, yeah, something like that. But like I don't want to like, you know, just lifting weights and get like slow, you know. You need to like focus on the speed too and don't lose that in that. So yeah, we have a pretty good like program with my strength coach in the summer and we is trying to focus on that to just not just to like uh put something weight on, but like put like some like, you know, weight you can like move it at, you know.
Yeah, you want to you want to maintain your speed, your quickness, your agility,
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
that. I get
yeah.
that. And
I don't need I don't need to have like 250 pounds, you know. I need to like move on the ice too. So
yeah, don't be going to eat like fast food and all that and putting on bad weight, you know?
yeah,
Yeah, you just
yeah,
healthy weight. And you've got the right support people around you there with the Blues who can help you with that too. So you're in a good spot from that standpoint. Who did you look up to growing up? Like who are some of the defensemen that you kind of pattern your game after right now?
uh to be honest, I didn't have anybody because maybe it is because I played forward to my like 15, I think, maybe something like that. So I was forward and I changed it to the at my 16 years old. So I was pretty like, you know, so I didn't have any D role model in my young age.
So who was the forward then? Like you played forward till you were 16? Whose decision was it to move you back to D?
Uh it was to my 15, I think. Like the 15, I to 15, I started to play D, but it was the COVID season.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 15, 16, I just started playing D, and I don't really know. Like I don't really know the reason. Like maybe like my brother did the same thing a little bit earlier, and he played like at a young age at Pilsen, at 16 with the men. So like maybe I saw myself in that uh
To
in
do
that
the same
line
thing.
too.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I like to play that. Like to play like on the two-way, on the both sides of the ice, I like
Mm-hmm.
to help the team on the offensive side and the defensive side too. So maybe that was the reason.
Do you think you could have been a first-round pick as a forward? Like, were you a sick forward? Were you scoring goals? Like, what kind of forward were I need to know what kind of forward you were.
I was tender, and I was like passer. I like to like pass more than shoot when I was set forward, and I was first to defense too. Like
Okay.
I love to like to like end the game on the I like to like the end the bat on the D side and to score goals too. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I was like a smart center, I would say.
Yeah.
But I started to getting a little bit slower, to be honest, in my age. So I was happy I can move to the D, and I didn't need to skate that much on that spot.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how are you approaching training camp this year? Like, where's your mindset at? Are you looking just to do the best you can, not thinking too far ahead, and just focusing on every single day getting better? Like, or are you're trying to make the best impression you can make and see what happens for this year? Or are you thinking maybe into next season? Like, where's your mindset heading into training camp right now?
Yeah, to be honest, like I didn't think about it that much. Like I'm just enjoying like in play now, and just I'm just every day like doing what is best in myself, So we will see what's gonna happen from that. I will go every day like to show my best, and we will see what's gonna happen from that. Like to for sure, like the goal is to make the team, but if not, I'm open like to any other options to
Yeah.
play in the back to junior or AHL. So we will see what's gonna happen. Like I don't care about it that much. I'm just enjoying hockey and wanted to play.
Yeah. Well, the
Not
bottom line is you're going to be here at some point, right? Whether it's now or next year or the year after, whatever, you're going to play in the NHL. So does it matter? I know you can go play in the American League right now, but again, you just turned 19 to go play in the OHL to go back for one more year at junior, like that wouldn't be necessarily a bad thing at all for you, would it?
Oh yeah, I think the same way. Like I'm open to both, like to both options. Like I will do what they recommend me to do, and yeah, I just don't care about it. I'm a little bit like easygoing in that. I didn't
Yeah.
like falling in some like I don't know what to say. Like yeah, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm with you, man. I hear you. Um, Last year you had Radek Faksa like as a vet, right? Who like who's here who's from the Czech Republic that's older? Are there any older vets who are from the Czech? Like,
No, it was on him on the team. So yeah, he was a very good guy. Like I'm glad I met him here, and like I spent some time with him, to and the dinners and this stuff. So yeah, I was a little bit sad when I saw the trade, but it is what it is, and yeah, maybe we will meet each other again someday. But yeah, he was a great guy, and yeah, he
yeah,
was only the like one guy on the team. Like we have like a lot of Czech and Slovak guys like in the like prospects, but we didn't have
yeah.
any in the main team. So yeah, he was the only one.
You guys are all gonna be here though, man. At some point, So it's like you got to talk to your agent, Alan Walsh. He represents Foxa. You got him back to Dallas, but You know, he's got a
Yeah.
long, and I love Allen, man, but he's got a long history with Dallas, and he's a great player for the Blues last year in the playoffs too. So, like, you know, I wish him the best of luck this year playing for the Stars. So, who have you gotten to know from the team right now? Like, any players on the team today that have kind of taken you under their wing and you know, kind of helped you adjust to, you know, this type of, you know, lifestyle trying to make the NHL?
Uh, I had it like a little bit different than the other young guys because I spent last year here almost like 2 months before because my injury. So I was there like before the camp and after the camp ends. So I was there like only with the team after. So I know pretty much all the guys from the like the NHL team, and yeah, like I didn't met them to that point because we like had the rookies ice only, like, you know, so we have like different schedule than them now, but we're gonna like start practicing together from tomorrow. But yeah, I don't know, I have like yeah. I like Colton a lot. Like he's a very good guy. When I ask him something, he always like pretty nice to me and this stuff. Oscar Sandquist last year he had the same injury, so I was every day I just like went on the rink and they told me to do same what he did. You know, like so like they say me to like follow him in like on the ice and the off ice. So I was just like he was there every time and I was like behind him. So it was pretty funny. I don't know if he liked it, but like I'm happy he like
Yeah.
he telling me what to do. And yeah, he's driving me home after that because he lives in the same area. So I'm glad to that too. And yeah.
Yeah.
I can say like more guys, but whereas I and you know, like it's sometimes I just like met him in the gym and we talk a bit, but not that much, you know.
Yeah. Now, Parayko, awesome guy, so nice, nicest guy in the world, and Sundqvist, you don't get much better than him either, man. So two great guys who you mentioned. What do you really want to improve on? Like, what are your strengths right now, and what are some areas you feel like, hey, this is the next step for me to get my game to the NHL level. I want to work on these one or two things.
Yeah, I think I need to like to gain some weight too still. I mentioned that before. To be more ready like to the play like the pros. Like I don't think like I'm not that far away from that or I can play like that because I played like at my 16 in the men's league in Czech. That was I think maybe like yeah, it's pretty physical league and I play there already. So I don't think that's like the problem. But like, yeah, I need to like lose some weight and my strength. I think I have like pretty good like hockey IQ. So when I know like I don't know weaker or something like that, I know how to help me like you know in the situation like different way. And yeah,
What's it like playing in the men's league as a 16-year-old?
yeah, it was pretty fun to be honest. Like in the structure, it was like uh it was more pressure on you, you know, like you can do the things you can do in the junior league like here in Canada, you know, it was like you can make that many mistakes. It was like pretty defense style hockey. So I lean like some structure things in the D zone and this stuff so I can use it in the pros here. I didn't really use them in the junior league because I didn't need to. It was pretty like quick, fast, and these guys didn't know about it that much. So I'm happy I have this experience from that league, and yeah, it's like yeah.
Have you played against?
There's like
Go ahead.
I guess who and it is like different ring too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually I didn't play against him because he was. I played against his team in this year when he played there, but he wasn't on the ice, so I didn't. Yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. in 10 years, 20, I can go back and met him there still. So we will see.
He'll still be playing. They'll still be playing 10 years from now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I love it. Is he the most famous person like in the Czech Republic?
Like from hockey?
In general, like sport athlete.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like he's like GOAT of the Czech Republic. So in the hockey and sport and in the whole country. So
Yeah.
I think he's like in the top like candidate to the president. I think so.
Okay. Yeah.
He should be. I think he could be if he won.
He could be the president.
Yeah.
If he wanted to run for president, he would win. Well, he's like a GOAT over here too, man. Here in the States, everyone loves Jaromír Jágr. So, okay. So, are you excited for camp to begin? And what's it going to be like for you to put that jersey on in an NHL preseason game? Are you excited to get that opportunity to play in some preseason games?
Yeah, for sure. Like I missed that last year. I just watched it from the stands, so I can't wait for it. To be honest, like I don't know that feeling, and I wanted to have it on myself and see how it feels to be the blue on the ice.
What's the better league? Is it the OHL or the WHL where Stancil and Yeko are playing? Which is the better league, OHL or WHL?
Like I can't compare. I play just in OHL, but like what I heard and what I see, I think the OHL is like the best league from that three leagues. To be honest, I think it's like most skillful and just the best players there. I like you have like that league is good too, but I think what I hear like is the best one.
Great league, great league. A few more things for you. Can you play in the World Juniors this year too? Are you eligible to play another year in the World Juniors?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, that's gonna be my third and last year.
Wow.
So if I will go there, so yeah.
How about that? Yeah, well, that would be crazy to see you play in that tournament again. You played great in the tournament last year too. I watched you. I had Stancil on the show. If he remembers after the tournament, because he was scoring some big goals. Yeah, so we were all rooting for you, man, showing all your highlights on during the Blues games, and you guys were all representing the Blues really well. So, hey, how good is that Charbonneau? The first round pick.
Yeah, I love his game. Like he's. You have like the interesting like balance between like the skill and the he's like going hard, so that's pretty interesting to see. Like some guys have like just skill or just like hitting people or this stuff, but he has like interesting like balance between that, and he can do both, so that's pretty interesting player, and I think he's a good pick for us and great player. So yeah, we will see.
Yeah, Justin Charbonneau. I said Charbonneau, Charbonneau. And then Dvorsky. He's a good player too, right? I mean, you got a bunch of guys, but what's your scouting report on Dalibor?
Yeah, like I know him a little bit longer, and yeah, he's a great player too. I think he's close to play the NHL, and yeah, he's gonna play like pretty high IQ, like one of the smartest center, like, or he's playing wing right now, right?
Yeah,
one of the smartest player I know, like incredible shots. So yeah, I think he could make it for sure this year.
Okay. I'm looking forward to watching you in practice, man. I want you shutting down Kyrou and Thomas and everybody. Any drill, you're playing D in all these drills, man. Don't let these guys score on you, okay?
Yeah, it's not that easy, but yeah, we'll see.
No, they're unbelievable players, man. I know the fans are excited too. Before I let you go, how's your brother doing?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. Like I met him on these games after the game. Like he went to I met him on the hallway. We didn't have that much time to go on dinner because we just like fly in the game day and find another day home. So I didn't spend that much time, but I saw him there, and I watched the practice too. in the morning the next day, and we'll see what's gonna happen with him. Like I believe he will make the team this year, and he's gonna play good. So we'll see if he's gonna make it, and yeah,
Have you
I'm
guys
cheering
ever
for him.
have you guys ever played on the same team?
No, we actually we didn't. Yeah.
No, because 2 years apart, right? 2 years apart. He's 21.
It's yeah, it's like he's 2003, so he's 21, but it's like 3 years
3
difference.
years birth year. Gotcha. Okay, man. Listen, have a great camp. I look forward to seeing you out there tomorrow, and throughout the rest of the preseason and everything. Whatever happens this year, man, in your best interest long term. So whatever they decide, either way, you're going to be a Blue, and fans are excited about that. So thanks for doing this, man, and keep up the
Yeah.
great work. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, pal. Take care. All right, great to catch up with Adam Jiříček. And again, man, these guys 19, and for him to be able to have a conversation in English, it's not his native language. It's like I tried my best. Like, it's hard enough for people who know English to understand what the hell I'm saying, okay? Let alone somebody who's 19 who is just learning the English language. I give him all the credit in the world to have the confidence to come in and do an interview in English. I'm trying my best to slow down the questions to make them as easy as possible and just kind of have a fun conversation and make these guys comfortable. He's super talented. And, I know there were some questions because he was hurt, and, maybe the process it gets a little slower than people expect. Everyone wants that instant gratification. You think, hey, you draft this kid in the first round, he's got to get to the NHL right away, but listen, injuries happen. And the Blues deserve some credit because you even hear the whispers. Did they take the wrong guy? All that type of stuff. Well, I think it's being proven now that they've got the right guy in the organization. And again, like I said earlier in the show, your right side with Parayko and Jiříček and Mayu, this is shaping up to look really nice in the future. It's not just about the now, but it's also about the future. So a big shout out to Adam Jiříček coming on Hockey Sense, brought to you by First Community, and doing an interview with us, man. We appreciate that. And we had Stancil on several months ago, right after the World Juniors. So go check that out if you missed that. He was a World Junior star. There's no doubt about it. And Jiříček was great in the World Junior Championships too. First Community. Go to firstcommunity.com today and check out all the latest options they have for you to save your money, to protect your money, and to make sure that your money is there for you when it matters as you continue to invest and save and watch your money grow. First Community, so many options for you. Take advantage of it and hear what they have to offer. Also, again, like I said, sign up for that Little Blues program. Nobody does hockey like the Little Blues program, and nobody supports hockey in our community like First Community. And they do it at all levels with the Little Blues, but they also support the St. Louis Blues. They support our show here with Hockey Sense. You look at what they do with the St. Louis Blues Hall of Fame by bringing that to being the title sponsor of that incredible event every year. We should hear about that class coming very, very soon. So we love our friends over there at First Community. Of course, Blue Note Roofing, 314-920-5713. Call Dave Novak and call him today. Let's take a break. We'll come back and wrap things up on this edition of Hockey Sense. Back here in Hockey Sense. Hey, listen, before we get out of here, I got to give a shout out to Nathan Walker, get the 2-year contract extension. I should have mentioned that earlier in the show. And we had Walks on maybe, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And we love his game, love talking to him during the season, post-game, intermissions. The fans love him. You just know what you're going to get from this guy every single night. And he keeps getting rewarded with, contract extensions. And, you look at his body work. He hasn't played a ton of games in the NHL, even though it feels like he's been around for a long time. But those are the type of guys that you want to keep inside the organization. They help you win. They're glue guys. They're great guys around. They don't complain. I mean, his contract must be one of the easiest deals to get done, I'm assuming. $875. What a bargain it is for that guy. And all he does is show up and work every single year, And he's not trying to scrape for the last penny. You just know he appreciates being in the National Hockey League, and his story is incredible coming from Australia. That's been well documented. But a big shout out to Nathan Walker, man. He is a true blue. When you look at, those who have come through this organization over the years, we love Nathan Walker. Cross Country Mortgage. Call Mark Hooper today, 314-713-4377. Find out how you can save thousands of dollars on your closing just by mentioning Hockey Sense. No closing costs, no fees. They'll take care of you. They got 15-year loans in the 5s, 30-year loans in the 6s. The refinances right now will save you lots of money just by mentioning my name or mentioning Hockey Sense. Call them today, 314-713-4377 for Cross Country Mortgage. Lordo's Diamonds, get that special someone, something special in your life. Do that today with Lordo's Diamonds, right there in the heart of Ladue. Kirkwood Fence. Listen, Kirkwood Fence, man, these guys do some unbelievable work, and they built my fence at my house, and I've had some issues with it too. Tornadoes, unexpected weather come through, knocking over my fence, and these guys are there to take care of it in no time. Check them out online, Kirkwood Fence, and let them take care of all your fencing needs. We'll talk about them as we move along as well. Hackett Security, make sure your house is secure. I know when I'm on the road, when I'm away from my home, my family's taken care of with Hackett Security, which is always important. Travel House, book that next vacation through Travel House, travelhouse.com, H-A-U-S, Travel House. So again, all our friends over there at Hackett Security, Kirkwood Fence, Travel House, Dirt Cheap Fun, your one-stop party shop. Get that app today. Ask about the delivery. No delivery fee when you mention Blues when you make your order for a delivery from Dirt Cheap Fun, your one-stop party shop. This has been Hockey Sense. We appreciate you bearing with us. A little bit earlier this week during the season. It may fluctuate time to time depending on the travel schedule, but I'm out of town. I'm in Boston this weekend for my kids' hockey tournament, so we wanted to get this out there a little bit earlier, and we appreciate Adam Jiříček for joining us. 16th overall pick back in 2024, 2023, 2024, somewhere around there. 2024, the year that the draft was in Vegas. 2024. What a great pick that's proving to be, and he's only getting started, and I can't wait to see him in a Blues uniform before too long. My guess is he goes back to junior. Nothing wrong with that if that's the case. He hasn't played a lot of hockey. You hear about him wanting to add strength and put on weight. I don't think there's any rush to even get him to the American League at 19 years of age. There just really isn't. Let him play with his peer group. Let him develop at his pace. Put some strength on and play games, most importantly, and stay healthy. That's what's best, I think, for his development. Adam Jiříček, man, he's going to be a great Blue for a long time. And certainly a standout from the Tom Curvers prospect tournament up in Minnesota last weekend. Justin Carbonneau was fantastic. Otto Stenberg had a really good second game. Dvorsky was strong. And I think you'll see even more from Dvorsky as we get into NHL preseason, and we'll see who he's playing with and all that type of stuff. So, they're going to put him in a good spot. So anyway, for Maddie, everybody here at Half Coast Studios, I'm Mandy Strickland, reminding you to keep your head up and your stick on the ice. This has been Hockey Sense, brought to you by First Community. Hockey season is here. It's time to celebrate. We'll be with you all season long. Can't wait for a great year. Have a great weekend, everybody.